Hey everyone, welcome back to episode 2 of my playthrough of Cuaveopolis, which is my master plan city I'm kind of building in a couple of episodes here on the channel, just to show a little bit of how I like to play the game. Last episode we went over kind of figuring out where our industrial zones are going to be, and we started planning the grid for our downtown area. So, what we're going to do this time is we're going to continue with some of that, but before we do, we need to look at our utilities, because before we can even get anybody to start moving into this city, we need electricity and we need water and sewage. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now. So if we look over here to the left by what is currently called Oak Industrial Park, we've already decided that this is kind of going to be like an industrial harbor type area. So what I'm going to do, just for the time being, I'm going to build a road. I'm going to snap it to the ground. I'm going to build a road right on the edge. And then right here in this area, I'm going to build some water treatment plants. And that will take care of our sewage needs. So for now, I'm going to probably put one there, and two right there. And this is kind of overbuilding what we need right now. It's costing us a lot of money. But we are playing with infinite money, and this is just going to future-proof our sewage just for a little bit. And yeah, I'm not upset with that. So there's our sewage treatment. So we're going to go ahead and get some of our water pipes. Go ahead and connect these up. Okay, and there we go. You can see we now have our first water pipes laid out. I actually do have a mod enabled that kind of gets rid of the need for pipes entirely. So I'm really just doing this for the sake of it. I may not do it in certain areas of the city later just to save time. But now what we need to do is get our water pump. So I'm going to go for a bigger one, probably this large water pumping station. And we want to find a place that might be a good area to pull water from. As you can see, we do have some good flow coming from some of these rivers. If we maybe put one of these pumps by this highway, maybe like right there. And that thing is actually pretty huge. See if we can get some of the smaller ones. These look any better, or are these still pretty ginormous? Yeah, honestly, these are like the exact same size. What if I lower, at least... Yeah. I mean, that's fine for now. Let's go ahead and put the pipes on. Alright, beautiful. So now our entire downtown area has water and sewage availability. Now we need to think about power. And you can see the train station is already complaining that there is no electricity. So let's take care of that. Alright, I've decided what we're going to do is we're going to go with nuclear power. So right over by the sewage area, I'm going to kind of continue this road network. Something like this. Ooh, and that looks a little weird. Okay, let's see what this looks like if we put a power plant down, like right there. Maybe have this road come around. You know, I'm not super mad at that. Let's go ahead and, let's see, are these guys getting power now? They sure are. That's what we like to see. Alright, cool. So, we now have water. We have power. What do you think? Should we try to get some people to move in? Oh no! We forgot about one crucial city service that we need to start with. And that is trash. Let's find a good place for our trash. Now, I want to have the trash for downtown kind of local. I want there to be trash nearby, so I think it might make sense to put it kind of in this industrial area that we've pre-planned. And I'm actually gonna move this whole region right there to be in our industrial area. Maybe somewhere behind the train station would be a good place for like a recycling plant or something like that. You know, I think that looks all right. I'm not mad at that. Let's clean it up a little bit with some roads, maybe. And I know some of you guys might yell at me for what I did here, because like this is weird and cars have to cross like a million track crossings. But I've done this in cities before, and I think the game really just makes it so cars don't like going that way. And it's usually not a problem. Well, so what I think I'm going to do first, just to satisfy a little bit of this residential demand, is I'm going to go into my Rico and look at some of these high-density residential buildings that I have and see if there's any that maybe I just want to put down in my downtown just because I think they look cool. If anything just like fits in a block super well, like that, for example, yeah, let's go ahead and put that down there. We'll get some of the taller versions too. Maybe let's build a whole little complex of these condos, shall we? And I like it, but it's missing a little something. I think we could give it maybe a little plaza or something like that. I think the blue matches nicely with sort of the glass windows of the building. I like that. That does look a little weird. Let's see, maybe I could flatten this out just a little bit. Alright, so that's our first little housing development done. You can see our traffic around this area is probably going to be a little weird for a minute because all 700 people in our city all live right here. And you can just see all of them coming in from the freeway. But this has opened up some opportunities. We now have commercial demand, we have industrial demand, so now we can really start thinking about our city. So let's start with the industrial area. I talked about that a little bit already. We have this pre-made, super interesting interchange here that, in addition to connecting this freeway with this one, also provides like these frontage road kind of things that put you onto this giant 6-lane boulevard, which we have not even touched yet. So we will have to find and figure out where this is going to go. But you can see coming off of this giant boulevard, there are these little roads. By default, it gives us one-way streets, which I think is not a terrible idea. I think we kind of just need to move where they are. And then we can literally just follow the curvature of the highway if we want. Alright, that's slightly better. It looks a little weird. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe I have to lower it just a smidge. Alright, that's cool. And then I'm gonna extend these roads. Alright, now let's go ahead and zone some industrial. Alright, so with our industry churning away, you can see we have a need for workers, and our residential demand has shot way up. So let's go ahead and revisit our downtown area. We also have some crime issues. Let's go ahead and think about our city services, because now that we have people moving in, we have some things that they're going to be wanting. So let's go ahead and, because crime was an issue, go ahead and look at our police stations. Now, I do have quite a few, but since this is our downtown area, I think it might make sense to put one of these big police headquarters stations somewhere. Let's see. I think it may almost make sense to put it somewhere near this main road. Yeah, I think we should put it right on that corner. With our police headquarters built, time to look at some other things. Let's take a look at fire. Now, same thing, because this is our downtown area, I have this cool asset. It's called the Detroit Fire Headquarters. It's a nice high-rise or medium-rise sort of fire station, and I think it's perfect for a downtown area. Now, you'd honestly just kind of see this like in between normal high-rise buildings, so I think it just might make sense to put this kind of in any old block. Honestly, let's put it by our new friends over here, shall we? Maybe we should put it. This is kind of an awkward area. Let's put it right there. Beautiful. So now we have police coverage, we have fire coverage. Let's take a look at healthcare. Now, we'll go crazy building hospitals in a later episode. But for now, let's just give these guys what they want. They need death care. So let's go ahead and put down a nice pretty church somewhere, which counts as death care. Honestly, if we could, just sneak one into these downtown blocks would be kind of cool. This is honestly a great spot for a church. A nice long, awkward block. Put one right there. And move it kind of to the middle. And then we can turn the back part into a... Actually, I know exactly what we'll do with the back part. Let's make this into a school that is connected to the church. We could even do some weird stuff. Does this look weird? What if I try to, like, make the school a part of the church? I think I'm just going to put a good old-fashioned elementary school right there. And then if there's room, put down a little basketball court or something right behind the school, in between the school and the church. Let's move these around and make these look slightly better. I'm not opposed to having the trees kind of in that part of the road. Let's put some light landscaping around the area. Okay, so we have the beginnings of our downtown area, but as you can see, we still have a huge residential demand. So I think it's time for us, just for now, let's pick our first proper high-rise that we want to have in our skyline over here. And this condo asset is actually one of my favorites. I'm going to go ahead and throw one of those down right by the one we've already created. And maybe a few more if I can find a place. Cool, I'm with that. So now we've increased our density over here. We still have some pretty solid demand, so like I said, let's look for a taller building. Yeah, I was just about to say, I like looking for stuff that fits into the blocks that I've created super well. And this building does. What is this? The Rockstar building. Okay, well, wait, let me try something. What if I put that down there, but then I flip it around? I feel like that might fit super well in this block. And yeah, it honestly really does. I don't love that I'm just building everything right there. I was hoping to spread it out, but that actually fits that building super well. Wow. That's the beginning of a city. Let's go ahead and hit play again. Alright, so you can see that despite having several high-rise residential buildings, our residential demand is through the roof. So, what we're going to do in the next episode is master plan a brand new neighborhood. Thank you very much for watching episode 2 of my Cuaveopolis playthrough. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And I will see you guys in episode 3.